keep on blessing me
over and over.
He keep on blessing me
over and over again. He keep on blessing me
over and over
again.
He keep on blessing me
over and over again. Over again.
Woke me up this morning,
Yeah.
started me on my way,
Yeah.
gave me strength for today,
Yeah.
so I just gotta say, He keep on
Blessing me
over and over,
over again.
He keep on blessing me,
Over and over.
He keep on blessing me,
Over again.
He blessing me, hey, when I don't deserve it,
He blessing me.
when I feel low,
He blessing me.
when doors open,
He blessing me.
when storms blow,
He blessing me.
He keep on blessing me.
Over and over.
He keep on blessing me.
Over and over.
He keep on blessing me.
Over and over.
Yeah. He keep on
Blessing me.
over.
Over and over.
He keep on blessing me.
Over and over again.
He keep on blessing me.
Over
Yeah.
over and over.
Woke me up this morning,
Yeah.
started me on my way,
Yeah.
gave me strength for today,
Yeah.
so I just gotta say, He keep on
Blessing me.
over and over,
Over and over.
He keep on blessing me,
Over and over.
He keep on blessing me,
Over and over.
yeah. When I don't deserve it,
He blessing me.
when I feel low,
He blessing me.
when doors open,
He blessing me.
when storms blow, He blessing me. He keep on
Blessing me.
ooh,
Over and over.
He keep on
We
blessing
back. It been over a year.
Over and over again.
He keep on blessing me.
Over and over.
All over.
Over and over again.
I'm about to. Ain't gonna be on.
He
We back. It been over a year since I've been on this channel, Brown Town Opulence, man. I'm telling you, man, we back on this crypto. We back on these stocks, and we about to jump straight into it. I'm telling you, man, my top 3 ETF plus the Bitcoin price prediction that can change everything, man. We're going to take a look at it. I'm telling you, I got my chart already up. There it is right there. There it is. Jamel in that thing, man. Ain't nobody else in here. Got 8 people watching. I appreciate y'all for coming, man. We getting back on this thing. We back invested, and I'm telling you, we about to do big things in this thing. With that being said, I'm about to go ahead and jump into it, man. This right here, if you don't know what an ETF is, that's an exchange traded fund. It's a basket of stocks. Simply put, you can buy one stock and get exposure into a lot of stocks. And the main one a lot of people look at is the SPY, even though that's not the one, not one of my top favorite, but it gives you a view of the total stock market. Right here is the SPY. And y'all can see right now, the aftermarket, the market is closed. We on the weekend. The market be open Monday through Friday. As long as there ain't no national holiday going on, the market will be open. It's at $690.55 in the close and the after hours right here. and we looking at this chart right here. That's basically what you want to see from the S&P. Like I say, it measures the total stock market. So as you can see this chart right here, this line that I got, that was the little base I had, but I ain't really marked this one up because like I told y'all, I really don't trade the SPY that much, but you can option wise, and buying and selling depends on what you're trying to do. But before we get into that, I want to say I am not a financial advisor. This is not financial advice. This is just for entertainment purposes only. That's what I got to tell you. And the first question I want to ask is, what type of investor are you? A long-term investor or a short-term investor? That's the first question you need to ask. Then the second question you need to ask yourself is, how much money are you willing to lose? Yeah, willing to lose, not willing to make. How much money are you willing to lose? Because everything you invest in is a risk, and you got to be able to lose or be comfortable with that amount, whatever you plan on investing. You got to be prepared and be ready for it to go to zero at any time. Not saying it is going to go to zero at any time or go to zero at all. That's just how you got to think, so you can start taking your emotions out of this game. Because if you're emotional, you're going to do some trades that you shouldn't do, and you're going to make some moves you probably shouldn't make. Even if it's paper loss or even a realized gain or a realized loss. That's what I'm talking about. So with that being said, here we is right here. I'm telling y'all right now. I just showed y'all my chart. And we about to go ahead and get into the top 3 ETFs in what should be in my portfolio that I'm looking at. And I think, like I said, not financial advice, I think that y'all need to be looking at too. Because these some bangers that everybody should own, and start your foundation. Start your foundation in your brokerage account. If you don't know what a brokerage account is, let me go ahead and explain all that. Brokerage account is where you trade the stocks, where you buy and sell or hold the stocks. It's a brokerage account. You got old heads, I call them old heads, and then you got the new fellas, the new folk in the game. So the old heads is they've been around for a long time, some years, maybe 30, 50 plus. You got Vanguard, Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, Charles Schwab. Them type is old heads. So you'll go in there and create your own brokerage account, and then you got some of the new folk would be Robinhood, Webull, and Moo. That would be the new folk. So they newer to the game, but Robinhood right now is probably the best for beginners. So we're gonna take a look at that. I already logged into my Robinhood account. So we're gonna take a look at some of these stocks just to give you a preview of what it looked like. Robinhood, this on desktop though. JP Morgan, yeah, that's I call that an old head though. JP Morgan, an old head. But Vanguard S&P 500 ETF, like I said, ETF is exchange traded fund. So it's a basket of stocks, and this is VOO, VOO. That's the ticker symbol. That's what you see right here where it say buy VOO. That's the ticker symbol. So that's how you can look up the stock just by these 3 letters right there. Every stock got a ticker symbol. That's what they call it. Right now, with the market close, VOO or Vanguard S&P 500 ETF is up $12 on Friday and 1.9.4% on the day. That will be Friday, but it's at $635.23. Like I said, the name of the game is getting in at a good price and not at the top. Some people call it buy the dip and not the rip. Buy the dip and not the rip. They'll say that. So basically, when the stock is low or whatever price you got in your mind, then that's when you would want to buy the stock. So what's in the VOO ETF is this how I break down with the sectors. So you got 35% technology, 10% communications, 9.6% healthcare, 4.7% consumer defense, utilities 2.2%, basic materials 1.6%, financials 13%, consumer cycle 10.5%, industrial 7.5%, energy 2.8%, real estate 1.8%. And then these the top 10 holders right here, 39% of the total assets. As you can see, Nvidia is the top holder at 7.7%, Apple is 6.8%, Microsoft 6.1%, Amazon 3.8%, Google Class A is 3.1%, Broadcom is 2.7%, Google again, Class C is 2.4%, Meta 2.4%, Tesla 2.1%, and Berkshire Hathaway, Warren Buffett company, is 1.5%. That's what it's in the VU. That's only the top 10 though, but it's plenty more. Like the S&P 500, the top 500 stocks in the whole United States. Boy, Jamel, you going crazy over here, boy. Dang, you been waiting for this. But yeah, I'm trying to break it down and make it simple as possible, so people can understand that they ain't understand it, or ain't seen it, or ain't heard it, or don't know the lingo. Because it's a lingo that you're gonna need to learn if you really trying to get into it. But to build your foundation, you need a stock like this. You need a stock like VU to build your foundation. Then my next one is one Jamel already talking about, the Qs, the QQQ, Invesco QQQ. Right now, it's at $609.54. On Friday, it would have been up $12.60, 2.1%. It would have been up. And like I said, the sectors in it, technology, 50%. This is a technology ETF that a lot of people get in. You probably not seen the commercials with the Qs. They be doing those futuristic commercials. Consumer cycle, 12.5. Healthcare 5.1, utilities 1.3, energy 0.57, real estate 0.12, communication services 16.7, consumer defense 8.6, industrial 3.3, basic materials 1.1, and financials 0.21. Then the top 10 holdings, Nvidia again at 8.3, Apple 8.1, Microsoft 5.8, Amazon 4.7, Meta at 3.9, Google Class A at 3.8, Google Class C at 3.5, Tesla at 3.5, Walmart at 3.4, and Broadcom at 2.9. Then the top 10 for VU right there. That'd be my second favorite ETF that I like, that you can start building your foundation. Because so you need to start building your foundation before you start investing in these risky stocks. Like I said, you got to ask yourself what type of investor you is. If you're a long-term investor or you're a short-term investor. If you're a long-term investor, you're more likely want to build this foundation into the ETFs. You wouldn't want to get in too much of risky stocks, even though they are high growth. You know, the risky stocks would be the high growth stocks, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? Some people might say something a little different. But the ETFs, they grow at a steady pace, and they won't fluctuate based on the individual stock. So if one stock in the basket is down and another stock is up, they basically like cancel out. So you wouldn't lose too much and you wouldn't gain too much. Same thing if the whole stock market is down. The ETF wouldn't fall like the whole stock market would, because, like I say, it's a basket of stock. So you had to go with the whole weight of the whole basket. So that'd be the safer route for people that don't want to invest in just individual stocks and the risky stocks. So that's what the ETFs are for. And then my third ETF that I just got hip to recently, but it is probably the biggest mover out of all of them, the Invesco S&P 500 Momentum ETF, better known as SPMO. Invesco S&P 500 Momentum ETF. Right now, this thing had gained in a year. The past year gained 16.4%. The past 5 years, and I gained 117.59%. So just think about how you could have doubled your money investing in this ETF just the last 5 years. To be for real, We 6 years removed from COVID. And believe it or not, a lot of people became millionaires from that global pandemic. The stock market crashed. People were getting in, buying stocks and options, and they became millionaires by the end of 2021. Because the stock market exploded in November 2021. I remember that mess like it was yesterday. I had Shiba Inu, that's a crypto. I was making $3,000 and I had that mess staked, and I should have sold it. I should have sold it, but I ain't know what I was doing then. You live and you learn. I'm telling you, man. We all learning on this thing. But yeah. So this got the sectors: technology, 31.6, communications, services, 14.2, consumer defense, 7.1, utilities, 3.3, real estate, 1.6, basic materials, 2.6, 0.26, financial services, 21.3, industrials, 11.5, consumer cycle, 4.5, healthcare, 2.9, energy, 1.3. I'm telling you right now. Then the top 10, 50%, 50.6% total assets. Broadcom, number one at 9%. NVIDIA, 8.8. They're my favorite stock, NVIDIA, man. Meta, 8.1. JP Morgan and Chase, 5.4. Walmart, 4.1. Palantir, 3.4. I got a story about that one. Visa, 3.3. Netflix, 3.3. Cisco Systems, 2.5. And General Electric, 2.4. Then the top 10 in this ETF right here. Like I said, Invesco right there, man. That thing is amazing. That thing is amazing. Any question? Ain't nobody talking about Jamil. I keep going because I ain't staying on too long. But it is what it is. Now I want to take a look at these charts right here. Let me start off with SPMO. Since I thought I had it. It ain't marked off. Might be a good thing. Window, there it is. Boom. Is it up there? Nope. There it is right there. Hopefully y'all can see this. Hopefully y'all can see this right here. So this SPMO, you looking at the Weber, the chart on Weber. This is how I like to chart mine right here. In the aftermarket, SPMO $119.85. It's up 0.01% at the close on Friday. I'm telling you right now, this thing be moving. Now, what I like to do is set my chart up with the MACD, which is right here in the middle. That's basically like the momentum of the stock. Then the RSI is at 52. That's good. If it's over 50 and closer to 80, that means the stock is high. For the relative strength indicator. And then if it's below 50 and closer to 30, then that means the stock need to go back up. So if it's above 50, close to 70, 80, that basically means, I'm trying to put it in layman terms now, it basically means the stock gonna need to come down. If it's below 50 and close to 30 or below, that means the stock need to come back up. So eventually, the stock will turn around eventually. Now, if it stay down there too long, it ain't a bad thing because you want to buy low. But if it's high, you don't want to buy it when it's high. I'm trying to keep this as simple as possible. I might not be using the exact verbiage, but I'm trying to keep it simple as possible. So the way I like to chart these things, I like to see where the stock done touched multiple times in the last couple of dips. So right here, I'm gonna make my first chart, first line. As you can see, I touched 1, 2, 3 times, and potentially could be 4 on this right here, on this line right here at somewhere around $113. It ain't totally with the line, even though I know you can't do the Fibonacci retracement. I know you can do that, but I like to chart mine manually. I like to do mine manually. So with that being said, Let me just go ahead and do this one down here too, because this would be the complete bottom. Complete bottom would be right here. Let me change that to this color right there. And then this where we at right here. About 77, 78. That's where I'll be at. But then the more recent, I'll do another line right here. Right up in here. Right up in there. I'll do that one right there. Let me make that one, change that color. Zoom in. So we right on that line at 115. It was at one. It had hit 115 right there and bounced up. And I also got. I like to set the Bollinger Bands. These little white lines on the outside. I like to set the Bollinger Bands on, and then I still got my EMAs. My 5 EMA 1350 200. Really, I like to look at the 550 and the 200. That's what I like to look at, the EMAs. But we'll explain that a little later. But right now, I'm just going charting and gonna give you a price point of what I'm looking at on SPMO. So right now, like I said, it bounced off this 115 and shot back up. There would be the support level right here. The first support level would be around 115. Then if we break that 115, then we can end up going to 113. Between that 115, 113, that's why I would like to get in and buy that. Anything lower, if it break that 113 and continue down, it could possibly go back to 77, 82, or 77, 80, $78 to give you a round number. It could potentially go back that far. That's how I like to look at my chart right here. So right now, like I'm telling you, my buy price, where I try to get in SPMO, would be between 115 and 113. That would be a good spot for me. Like I said, they're not financial advice. That's where I would like to get in at on SPMO. Appreciate y'all for coming back. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Brian Time Opulence. We back in this thing talking about the crypto and the stocks. We on the top 3 ETFs that I like right now. And the first big one is SPMO. We just charted this thing, and I'm telling y'all the range that I would be getting in. Now, with that being said, you can set a stop loss or a buy order. You can set a buy order, or you can set a stop loss. Because I'm telling you, you ain't got to be paying attention to the chart all the time. You ain't got to sit there and look at it all day. Just go on your platform, your brokerage account, whichever one you got, and you can set it to buy order. If it hit in that range, go to SPMO, set buy at 114 or 113 or whatever price you feel comfortable getting in. You can go down there. I ain't doing all that. Jamal, come on now. I'm on these. I got you, big dog. Next, we got VOO. VOO. Vanguard S&P 500. There it is. The same way I just did SPMO, I don't do it to the VOO. So I like this right here. On mark that one in my first one. This how I like to do mine. Like I said, you can just still do the Fibonacci retracement if you want to. But I like doing mine like this, where it touched right here. That was the first touch, then the second touch, then the third touch, and then we got these up here. So then I can set this line too, just to give me a closer support level with that thing. Like I said, you can still do Fibonacci retracement. I don't want to go. There you go. I would do, hold on. Right at the top right now. It'll be right up in here. So I set this line right here, hit this bottom. That was close. This is where we at right now. And then the top back here. Let me change the color of that line. Make it thicker. Make it a little darker. Make that one thicker too. Like I said, this is the way I like to do mine. You can still do Fibonacci retracement if you wanted to. It'll give you probably kind of the same stuff, kind of the same line, but I like to do it manual on my own so I can get, it'll be a whole bunch of lines. I like to get it a little clear right here. And the thing I want to say, y'all see this blue line right here going up? It's the 200 EMA. You're above the 200 EMA. That means you was when we broke it back here. I know it's a lot that you're going to have to learn. Y'all just listen. But crossing that, when that 5 EMA and that 13 EMA and that 50 EMA cross the 200 EMA, exponential moving average, that's what EMA stand for. That means the stock had the momentum of going up, trending up. So we crossed completely by right in here. That'll be May 16, 2025. But the 5 and the 13, I was just talking about the 50 cross too. All three of them had crossed back in May 2025. So almost a whole year ago, we've been riding this wave of these stocks just running. So potentially, we're going to have a correction, a big correction. I done heard 7 to 12%. Maybe that means the stock's going to have to get a healthy pullback because we've been running for almost a whole year. But we ain't really had that good correction pullback. But with that being said, on VU right here, like I said, the first support, I done marked right here. If we break through $618 and $619, somewhere around that range, all the way down to $597. If you wanted to get a piece of that, that's the range I would do. 618, 619, the 697, 600. That would be my range to jump in if you wanted to and get exposure. And some of these platforms, you can get fractional shares if you want to. That means you ain't got to buy the full share of the stock if you don't want to at that time, or you just buy as you go, or whatever, how much ever your budget is, or how much money you willing to invest. You can get exposure to these by buying fractional shares. That's what you can do on that part. But yeah, I'll break it down when I do a little bit more individual videos. I'll break it down a little more. But yeah, so that'd be my buy range on VU, VOO. Vanguard and S&P 500 it'd be between 619, 597 to 600. What my other one I had? Qs. Y'all can see right here, I already had my line drawn way back here. What day was that? That was 2024. That's how long these lines been up here. Way back then. But we gonna track it right here. We're gonna track it right here. I'm doing the same thing. Find a way to it multiple times. Be my first line right there. Then my second line be right up in here. Be right up in here. Make that thick. There it is. Like I said, this is the way I like to do mine. Everybody can do it a little different. Everybody teach it a little different, but this is how I learn for me. The best to explain it and make it easier for me, this is how I like to do mine. But then I'll explain to MACD and all that, how the momentum going down. But you see this volume candle right here, getting a little short, and it look like it about to curve back up. So the momentum might be trending back up. It could be a fake out. That's why you got to be careful. But that's why I'm giving you these price ranges right here on what I'm thinking, not financial advice. Where I would get in on these ETFs if you wanted to buy some or get fractional shares. So like this one, my first support level would be 598. Around 598, as you can see it, I had already dipped past it and got up in that range all the way down to 583. That would be my buy range in between there. Like if you get it in between any of them levels right there, that price range, then you should be good. You know, but if you believe in the stock enough, then you're gonna buy it. Even when it dip past, you keep buying it. That's why you gotta save up, load up, have your brokerage account ready with some cash. That's why I said invest money that you are willing to lose, not money that you need for your mortgage or your rent and that like that. You need to invest money that you're willing to lose, because like I told you, everything a risk. Everything a risk. But that being said, that'll be my price range between these two right here, 598 to 583, 584 to 585, somewhere around that range. That's where I be getting in the Qs right there. Now I told y'all, man, the sooner you get in, the better. Okay, you see this big trend line right here. From all the way down to that point 400, all the way to the tip where we at now. This is an uptrend. This is what they call a big uptrend. All the way from April 7th, 2025, when Trump first announced them tariffs, messed me up on my Apple call option I had. I was up $500 in that call option. He came out with that tariff news, it dropped. I got out at 150. I got out with a profit of 150, but since then, the market been running. The market been running. As you can see the uptrend right here. Let me zoom out a little more. The thicker blue line, this the uptrend right here. And I like to look at the day chart. I ain't say that earlier. I like to look at the day chart. That's why I like to look when I'm getting in, buying a stock or getting in the option. I like to look at the day chart. But you got the day, you got the hour. A lot of people look at the 5 minute. If they doing day trading, I'm not doing no day trading. I'm telling you right now, I like to buy leap options. When we get to that point, I like to buy leap options. So that's why I look at the day, the week, and the month. But I like to get in on a day chart. That's just my preference. That what best works for me. Getting in on that day chart. Now, big thing, Bitcoin. I look at Bitcoin there. I go to Jamel where he talking about. Hold on. Then you got Bitcoin ETF. If you don't want to buy Bitcoin, you can get exposure through the ETF if you want to. Now, did the big dog, hell yeah. I've been had these marked. Oh, they been marked for so long. As you can see on my line, I'm just zooming out so y'all can see what I'm saying. These lines been marked a good little minute. So when I told y'all on my other live, on my main channel, Money Man, y'all go subscribe over there, that Bitcoin was gonna fall, and it did, because it had broke this support level right here first when it was high at 126. It came down and broke this support level, the first one I had back in November 11th. It had came all the way down here, and then it hovered and consolidated. That means it traded sideways around 92,000, and then it broke 92,000, and then we was off down to the races. So now we back at this point down here. When I told y'all, look, that thing I'm gonna hit it exactly at 60,000, right where I had it at the end of that candle, right there. And it done broke through all them levels where I had it at when I told y'all 74,000. If it break, it gonna go to 72, then 71. Then it had broke all the way down. When it broke all these levels, went all the way down to 60 and bounced back up. It way outside the Bollinger Band, as you can see right here. The Bollinger Band, that white line that's going down right there. So when it break that Bollinger Band going down, that means the stock got to bounce back up. Same thing at the opposite way. Like you can tell right here, when it hit the Bollinger Band on the top, that means stock about to come back down. So the top of the Bollinger Band is coming down, the bottom of the Bollinger Band is going to pop back up. That's how I like to set mine up. That's how I got it. So right now, Bitcoin, it had a doji candle. That means there's indecision. So it could go either way. But you see, it's green. So, and I ain't got the MACD on there, but the RSI is 33. So that's low. But right now we at that doji candle. So now it's trending. It looked like it want to trend up, but it's still in between that 71,000 and that 68,000 mark, sitting at that 70,000. So we gonna see if Bitcoin touch 71,000, will it break or get rejected? Will it break or get rejected? So if it hit that 71,000 and get rejected, then we could be back on the downtrend. And if we break that 68,000, when they reject, then we go on to 67, 65,000, potentially all the way back to 60,000, because that's what we touched already. So if it break past, if it get rejected, then we could be going back down to 60,000. If it break that 60,000, then I got to go back down to 56,000. Then for so on, then 55, then let's keep going back a little bit. 55, then 50, then 44, then 42. You see how that thing going down? Then all the way back down to 38. If we go back down to 38, that'll be January 24th, 2024. That's the last time we were down here at around 38,000. Could potentially be possible. Could potentially be possible, man. Hitting them lows like that on Bitcoin. Because a lot of these institutions, they done pull their money out. A lot of people with that big money done pull their money out of Bitcoin and put it into gold. So when you see gold and silver at all-time highs, that means the people with the big money, that's the best way I'm trying to make it simple. The people with the big money, they believe in something wrong with the economy because they want to put their money in something real stable. So gold and silver real stable, so it don't move that much. So a lot of people put their money in that gold saving bank, so they won't lose nothing with wherever the economy in turmoil or indecision. So yeah, and this the Fibonacci candle right there where we was on, but these the regular candles. So I like looking at this so you can see that doji candle right there. But look like we had out, well, they were like, it ain't even a full engulfing candle because it had to be all the way down there, but the red candle was engulfing. The full body of the candle though, but these bodies right here even. But them the levels I got on the Bitcoin. And then the Ethereum too. So I got Ethereum right here. I've been had that. So we already in that bottom range where I was at. So we was at potentially hit 1,500. With the bottom end 3,800. Recent bottom. But we had got all the way almost to 5,000 up here at the top. But then it broke all these levels. I had already had these levels too. So then look, it touched that at 3,000 and then rejected. Came all the way back down. So the same thing right here, the 2,100. If we can't break past that 2,100, then we potentially going down to 1,500. You can start buying Bitcoin and Ethereum right now. Like I said, not financial advice though. You can start getting these. If you put a little exposure, I wouldn't go heavy in none of these until it break down past that last support that I'm saying. So if it break past 1,500 and end up being 1,300 or below, then that's when I load up heavy. In the Ethereum, same thing with Bitcoin. If it get back down to 38,000, you definitely need to be getting heavy. But 50,000, 40,000, I'm buying on Bitcoin. I'm buying. I'm telling you right now what Jimmy talking about. He probably already done gone. Simply Vote FinTech Disrupts ETF. That ain't the same one. That's the wrong thing. Hold on. X. It ain't come up. There ain't no penny stock, is it? Man, that ain't coming up. That ain't coming up, Jamil. I'm gonna be a penny stock. Like that. They're my favorite stock, NVIDIA. Favorite stock, I already got that mark. Meta, that's a good one. See, I got the Fibonacci on here. And that'll show you a little what I'm talking about with all the lines. That's why I like doing it manually. So you won't really get confused. But there's the Fibonacci. And that's on Meta right there. Then I got Tesla right here. These manual lines. Same thing. I do the same process on all my charts. After I done learn how to do it the way I can understand it. That way you got to get to a point where you can learn and understand what you're doing and understand the verbiage. The one you just typed in, the VFIAX, it ain't coming up. That's why I said that they're the penny stock. Cause it ain't gonna, the penny stocks ain't gonna come up on this chart right here. I had to go on Trading View or something else like that to try to find that, to chart it, but I ain't really fooling with no penny stock no more. I had listened to a YouTuber back when I was learning about it, how to trade, and they were saying get in these penny stocks and all that, and I had bought them and now I can't sell them. But that's a whole different story. I see it right here, Vanguard Financial Index Fund, Admiral Shares. I got it up right here. I got it up right here. But yeah, $66.69 per month. Like I said, I ain't gonna be able to chart it. Not on this right here. I'm just looking at it. It looks like it is a penny stock. But yeah. It's a good investment long term. Performance there provide a better return compared with peers, but poor return compared with category benchmark. This share class led is average peer by an annualized excess return of 2.3 percentage points over a 10-year period. That ain't it. Sure ain't. Hey, there it is right there. I had the I and the H with it. I don't know why it didn't come up then. Investment product both track S&P 500 as a U.S. stock index comprises 500 companies with the larger market capitalizations. There it is right there. $640. But yeah, last little bit, I want to show y'all this. This one I'm looking at right here. This is a Tesla Bull 2X share. So it moved 2 times Tesla. But I know y'all, maybe it's only $15. Yeah, it moved with Tesla though. It moved with Tesla. This is a stock that I'm looking at to get my option play in. Now, I had got an option play in this back in June of last year. I only spent like $70 and made $200. So I'm looking at this stock to get back in. Because like I say, it moved with Tesla. If you don't want to pay, I'm talking options right now. If you don't want to pay that price, for the option price to get in Tesla, because you're going to spend a couple $1,000s, but you know you want to move with Tesla, and then you can get in at half the cost Probably ain't even 1/3 of the cost on an option play to help move with Tesla. You got in at 475, but you got in good. But yeah, I'm looking at June 18th. 35 call right here. I already got it right there. It was at $56 when I wrote it down. Now it's up to 73. So just a brief option, like I said, not financial advice. Just what I'm looking at. Right here, when you see 73 cents, really you got to move the decimal point over twice to the right, then they give you $73 because you buying 100 shares of this option, of this stock in this option. So it'll be 73 cents times 100. They give you $73. But that's a different live. That's a different video. I'm just breaking it down because there's a whole different game. It took me almost 2 years. Well, it had took me 2 years, 3 years to learn this option game, and I'm still learning on basically what's the correct way to get in and the best way to get out. That's what I'm learning, but I'm looking. I done learned some other stuff about the delta and the theta. And we're gonna get into all that later. But this a good one. I had looked at this one. I like the delta on it. I like the theta on it, and I like the price point where I can get in at, and I like the open interest. Implied volatility a little high because it done went up, but I'm keeping my eye on this one because it got an open interest at 17,900. That means a lot of people done bought this option play right here. Y'all can see that open interest right here, the one I'm looking at. So yeah, I'm looking at this one. When that correction come, if it do come, it might not come at all. But I'm looking at to get back in around that 56 when it was $13.93. The total price of this stock. That's just one option I'm looking at. I'm to give y'all free game right here. Now, if y'all don't know about options, don't buy it. Don't buy it just because I told you buy it now. Don't do that because it's not financial advice. I ain't no financial advisor. I'm just telling you what I'm looking at because I ain't bought nothing. I'm just looking at it. But I like this one, though. I like this one. Like I said, I like to buy leap options. As you can see, they're expiring June 18th. That's the expiration date. So you got to sell it before June 18th. But we'll talk about stop losses, setting stop losses, and getting out, setting a certain percentage or when you want to get out or a number that you want to get out on. Because I was up 200% of this play. Same thing with my the Apple call I had back in April last year before Trump came out and did what he did with them tariffs when he first announced them. I was up $500, man. I still think about that. But yeah. I think they're gonna do it. We back on the brown time options. I'm telling you, man, I'm starting making individual videos to break it down a little farther, simplify it a little more. I just wanted to jump back on because I ain't been on in over a year on this channel. And I appreciate y'all, the 12 that did come in here rocking with me because we about to take this thing to a whole nother level. I'm doing everything. Like I said, still got my other channels, as y'all can see on the ticker down now. Follow me on TikTok, The Prime Effect. We're doing big things over there. Follow me on Twitch at MoneyMan. You already know. Twitter at MoneyMan and at BrownTime Ops 21. Cash App if you're feeling like your pocket a little heavy, Savage AF 21. And subscribe to Renewed Gospel for all your gospel needs. And then we dropping that album, Renewed Gospel album, February 17th. It's coming up real soon. We're going to do a whole big, I'm thinking about doing a whole big release party on that one. We're going to see. But yeah, Renewed Gospel, all your gospel needs over there. Brown Time Opulence. If you don't understand, that's the name of my company. It's Brown Time Opulence LLC. And opulence stands for wealth for the ones that didn't know. So that's what we trying to get to over here. Like I said, I'm still learning. We're going to learn together. We're going to go through the process together and we back on it, man. Stay tuned for everything Money Man got. That's about it. I'm telling you, man, we about to take this thing to a whole nother level again, like I said. But it is what it is. Appreciate y'all for coming. Hit that like button, subscribe, and share, and tell your friend about that Brown Time Opulence and Money Man. You already know. We already out this time.
Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Every second, every heartbeat. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need my heart, my soul. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. I can't make it on my own. Lord, I need you. When the storm gets heavy, and the nights get long, when my strength is fading, you're the one I lean on. When my heart feels empty, yeah, and I don't know what to do, I lift my hands to heaven, and I cry out to you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Lord, I need you. Oh, every breath and every blessing. Lord, I need you. You picked me up when I was broken. You held me when I cried. You healed the pain I carried that I tried so hard to hide.